Welcome, shave fans, for another shave of the day. Today I am going to be trying out some of the new SMG soap. This is the UnderTaker. And wow, it's a really complex blend. So it smells like an old school UnderTaker, what you might think that they might smell like. So it's got that earthiness of dirt, and then it's got kind of some mossy notes in there, and then lots of dense floral scent, almost like a vegetal, but not nearly that pungent. But if you think about an old school UnderTaker surrounded by flowers, digging graves, that kind of stuff, that's really, when you think about it, that's what this smells like, and it's a really good scent. I haven't shaved with the soap yet, but I did today wear the aftershave all day, and man, it just was great all day. I really found myself just loving it as it went on. So let's see. There's a couple other new things that I am going to be using today. This is my Karlov brush from Local Gent Shaving Company, and had Robert over there make me this custom. So these are kind of my colors that I told him to make. I don't know if you can get that in. Anyway, and then I put my own knot in it, and I got this knot from Nathan Clark over at Envy Shave, and this is his new. It's a horsehair knot, which I have an old like vintage horsehair knot, but it's stiff like wire, and it smells like some sort of formaldehyde or something, like they must have soaked the dead horse in something. But this one doesn't have that smell, and it's super duper soft. And in fact, I probably should have set it a little deeper in this brush, because it's so soft that it's a little floppy. But it turns out that the floppiness ends up whipping up a super quick lather. So you get a much better lather, but not as good of a face feel, I think, with a super floppy knot like that. So I'm going to take a couple minutes here and soak it and get that going. I'm just going to put that in the water, and while I do that, another razor that I have not shaved on camera with. This is the Schick Krona. So it's twist to open, nice long handle. Schick's basically answer to Gillette, and pretty light. If you guys haven't played with one of these, the handle is plastic, and it has the knob on the bottom so that you can open it and close it. So yeah, it is a really nice shaver, though. I have shaved with it a couple times, and I prefer a long handle, so that's especially nice for me. So, all right, I'm going to take a minute and soak the brush, and I'll be back and whip up a lather. Okay, I'm back. I've got a lather started. I went ahead and wet down my face. I didn't get a chance to take a shower before this shave, and so I'm going to use some pre-shave soap. And I keep all my pre-shave soaps now in these 3D printed soap dryers, I call them. They just allow the soap to dry, and they ensure that my wife and kids don't use the soap to wash their hands. So it doesn't take much of this. This is the PAA. Their unscented lather booster. Can't remember what all it's called, but it's really good. And they just came out with the new Cube pre-shave soap, which I'm really looking forward to try, but kind of on spending freeze right now as we pay down some debt. So, all right. So it doesn't take too much. Let's go ahead and wash my face with it. The main idea is to, clear out any oils, that kind of stuff, and to start softening up your beard, and also to kind of get your skin flexible, hydrated, so that it will, move out of the way of the blade and just leave the hair standing up. So this is pretty heavily mentholated, so it's really nice. If you leave it on your face and use it as a lather booster, which I don't know of too many soaps in the last couple of years that have come out that need that, but still, it's kind of cool. But as I was saying, if you leave the soap on as a lather booster, then it gives that mentholated feel to your soap. So it basically turns it into a mentholated soap. So I've got a little bit much on. I'm gonna rinse off some of it at least. Really like this pre-shave soap. I found that it does really just as good a job as taking a shower before I shave. At least that's what it seems like. So, all right, get my face a little wet here. So I've got the horsehair knot here loaded up. And this is what I mean by floppy. See, I can bend this over and it'll stay. So it doesn't have a lot of backbone. But it turns out that floppiness allows that soap and water to move around through the knot hairs, through the brush, and really whips up a lather. And I'm going to need some more water here on this. Yeah, the scent on the soap is really nice. Just when I first started in shaving, wet shaving at least, and really got the soap acquisition disorder, I started out really liking one note soaps, scents. So, Grapelicious, that kind of stuff. And I still really like those too, but my appreciation has grown for more complex scents. These scents that have, 8 or 10 different scents that kind of come and go as your shave comes and goes, and come and go during the day as you wear the aftershave. I'm using a brand new Voskhod blade, or what was it? Somebody said how to pronounce it properly, and it's like Voskhod or something like that. Voskhod. I can't remember. This is why I like these long handles, is because when I have a long handle like this, I'll really just set it on my face at the balance point, a little behind it, and then just let the weight of the head do all the work. Whereas with shorter handles, I tend to push, I think. All right, that's good. Good start for the first pass. Gonna add a little bit of soap here to this brush. I think I got a little too much water. I haven't actually broken in this horsehair brush all the way yet, even though it's super soft already. I think it needs some you know, a few shaves to really whip up a lather properly. Second pass. And it has been a little over a year, I think, since I did my last video. Well, shaving video anyway. So for anybody who maybe hasn't watched the any of my old stuff, it's straight up and down is across the grain actually for my neck. So for most of it anyway. I have a crazy swirl right there. All right, third pass against the grain. All right, there you go. Let's see how we did. I knew I forgot something. I forgot my towel. I just have to use a t-shirt. Oh yeah, that's going to be a nice shave. All right, so the Schick, wow, it's just an amazing shave for me. It's not aggressive, so it's kind of mild, but it's the perfect amount of efficiency. So yeah, I never felt like I was getting too much blade feel, but you know, I could tell it was cutting and being real efficient every time. So I probably could have stopped at 2 passes if I wanted to, but I went ahead and went for that third to just really nail in the baby butt smooth. And yeah, super comfy to shave with. So if you guys are out and about and you see one of these, pick it up. It's worth it. You usually pick them up pretty cheap too, because it's not a Gillette. All right. I'm going to use the aftershave. And this aftershave, I have my glasses here. I'll get my glasses so I can read it. Ingredients are witch hazel, aloe vera, and notice that's the second ingredient because there's a buttload of aloe vera in here. Something I can't read that looks like polyastabate. I don't know. It's in kind of a cursive writing. And then vitamin E, glycerin, and fragrance is the last thing. So it is a shake before using. Shake well. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys this, but it comes out kind of milky white because of all that aloe. Can you see that? Milky whiteness. And it actually does not take very much at all. It's kind of, it's really almost balm-like. I probably used way too much there. Oh, but I enjoy that scent. Yeah, I would say that you could probably really think of this as a balm on par with a lot of the other balms, you know, where you just use a little dab because it spreads so well and that's really how this feels. So I kind of feel that little bit of greasiness right now as it's absorbing into my skin. But I know from earlier today when I put it on that just a minute or two and it's dissipates and it's gone, and it just leaves you that nice feel. Awesome. What an awesome shave. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm going to continue breaking in this knot and see how she lathers. It's, like I said, super duper soft already. A lot like a synthetic knot. In fact, the feel of it really reminds me of the Omega S brushes, except that this does not have as much backbone. So the S brushes have a pretty good amount of backbone. This does not. So this is like those fibers, but a little bit floppy. So, which, everybody has their own opinions about floppiness and backbone and all that kind of stuff. But the fact is that it does move the soap and the water together faster. So you can create really nice lathers really fast with one of these, whereas a really stiff brush can take you a little more work. It all just depends on personal preference. So I'm going to continue playing with it. It's a beautiful brush, and I think I'm really going to like the knot once I get it fully broken in. And yeah, so we'll see. The real winner, though, is the UnderTaker soap by SMG. And for those of you who are not in the South Florida wet shavers, SMG, and he's got it there in the little window of the hearse. SMG stands for Shave Master General, and that is the nickname of John Romanoff in the South Florida wet shavers. And he's in most of the other groups as well. I'm sure if you don't know him or haven't run across him, then I'm surprised, because he's got a YouTube channel. He's a great guy. Really a shirt off his back kind of a guy. So has sent me a care package or two over the years. And so just a really nice guy. But he started up, kind of started as a hobby playing around with soaps, and then just recently decided to come out with soaps. So, and this is his latest that he and I were able to do a trade for. Luckily, he needed something of mine. I want everything of his. So it works out really awesome. I like to trade. Prefer to trade with other artisans over the money, because I do the 3D printing business as a way to raise money to get more shaving gear. So, and it helps. So awesome. Well, I just had an awesome shave. I hope you do too.